Well, hey, good afternoon, everybody. Scott Swinford, American Hero Homes, Hancock Mortgage Partners, and it's Red Friday. Um, if you've not tuned in before, each Friday we just do a short video saying thank you to our service members who are deployed, hence the word red. Remember, everyone deployed. Just a big thank you to them as well as their families, the ones that they've left behind here while they're serving. Um, and I can appreciate what they've done. I've not been there, but it would have to be difficult to be away from your husband, wife, son, daughter, mom, dad for 6, 9, 12 months at a time, knowing that they're in some place that could be potentially dangerous, and not getting to see them, not sharing the birthday parties, Christmases, holidays, all the other things that they miss. So thank you very, very much. Um, we also talk a little bit about, of course, our veterans, the ones who've been there, the reserves, our National Guard members who are out there serving and protecting us, maybe not full time, maybe not spending the long deployments, but they're out there nonetheless that are protecting us, and we appreciate that. And of course, just a thank you to our first responders, police, fire, EMS, the ones that are out on our streets here in our neighborhoods, our towns, our cities, our states, and here within our country that are all protecting us and keeping us safe. So thank you very, very, very much for that. Um, it's been a crazy busy week, but nothing really that need to necessarily share as far as new developments or new guidelines, new rules. Um, as most of you know, I'm a mortgage lender. That's what I do. I try to help out our veterans and first responders and answer any questions they have with their mortgage needs. But I think this week it's actually been not too bad. I think we're making some progress here. We're getting some veterans into homes, and getting things done right and quickly, and um, so I'm pretty happy. So just a few things that are going on. If you know it, if you watched these before, I don't turn this into a commercial. I'm not telling you should call me for all your home loan needs, or I'm not like a big chicken laying an egg on the roof of your car like that old commercial or anything like that. We just do this as a show of thank you, and to I guess just get the word out there that we want to be one of the known and liked and trusted partners for our veterans and our military members, our first responders, to help them out if they have questions. This past week, I know at Mission One participated in some training for suicide prevention and ways to notice that, what they can do. I think that's a great, great thing. Usually I wear my wristband. I don't have it on today, but our 22 a day. We're losing about 22 of our military members a day to the demons that have come back and haunt them. Police, fire, EMS are no exception to that either. There's just a lot of things going on. It can be very stressful, and again, we do appreciate what those folks are doing for us, and we like to make sure that we are available. Um, if the demons are haunting you, or you're up in the middle of the night, you need to talk, certainly call me. If I can't help you, I can certainly find someone that will. And I think there's a lot of people out there that feel the exact same way. So please, if again, if there's something going on and you need to talk, take advantage of that. We can help you out. And that's kind of the whole idea behind doing these videos. Is we've been doing them for several years now, just to kind of get out and let the community know that there's resources out there. There are help. There are people that care for you, and we appreciate, again, everything that you're doing. So just a few things happening here. Um, each week we talk about Regroup Foundation, helping with veteran homelessness and suicides. We appreciate what they do, and I'll put the link up to their site here in the comments, and give you an opportunity to check it out. Of course, Team Red, White, and Blue, Northwest Indiana here. I had an opportunity to chat with them for a little bit after we shot the video last week, as a matter of fact. Um, some of the things they're doing are incredible. They've got activities going on. There are things that they're doing within the community. It's worth checking out. So I'll put their link here to their Facebook page in the comments also. Um, just a kind of a quick plug. If you are an American hero, if you're a veteran, National Guard, Reserve, Fire, Police, EMS, check out my website. It's got some information on it. Let me know what you think. Again, not turning this into a commercial, but let me know what you think of the website. Let me know if there's anything that we need to do better or explain better or to help answer the questions that you might have, because that's what we're trying to do. Is we want to make it as easy as you can and as understandable as possible when you're looking for some assistance with financing. Traditionally, it's been difficult, so we're trying to change that. So I'll put that in there. Our American Hero Home Loans Facebook page, I'll just put that in there too. Let me know what you think. We post different information there to try to help our folks out. And then last but certainly not least, actually, you know what? Let me go back one here. You know, as I kind of flip through here a little bit, um, Mark Volk had reached out last week after I said, hey, why don't we, if you have any events or anything that's going on that veterans might be interested in, let us know, and we'll get them posted for you. So he posted something on here on let's see. Mark's always doing things in military. 23 April 22 should be April 23rd 22 for us civilian people. Um, the CVMA, Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, Chapter 14-2, is hosting their annual Blaster Dash. So we've got a flyer here, so I'll post a flyer up there. If you're interested in checking out what they're doing, um, absolutely. And Mark, I appreciate you putting it up there. Again, if anyone else has any events or anything that's coming up that you think the veterans would be interested in, as well as, again, our first responders, all our military people. When I say veterans, sometimes I use that word, but it's not necessarily all encompassing. So even our active duty reserves, guard, veterans, our military service members, our men and women would be interested in, please let me know. And then again, last but certainly not least, we've got a flyer and some information we're going to post up here about the fourth annual Veterans of Valor event. And that is on August 27th. It's a little bit later this year. It's at Bulldog Park again, like it was last year. A little bit later in the year, so hopefully it's not super hot like it was a couple years ago. Hopefully we won't have a monsoon like we did last year. But you know what? Either way, we had a great attendance. We had a lot of great gifts and things that were donated to us that were raffled off. A lot of folks that showed up and just had a good time. And it's going to be even bigger and better this year. We are going to have a guest speaker. We're going to have live bands and concert. And we're hoping for somebody pretty big, somebody pretty well known, and maybe some local folks also. But there will be a bike show, a bounce house for the kids. There will be liquor there. It's served if you're so inclined to indulge. We'll have different food, so food will be there, raffles, prizes, and we're even going to be doing a vehicle donation this year. We've got another vehicle. Have not decided who that is going to go to yet, but we're still, what are we, a little more than 5 months away. But we want to make sure that we've got everything in place for that. And again, we've already got the bagpipes and drums of the Emerald Society for the Chicago Police Department lined up to come out. I gotta tell you, Lake County's got a really good program. We like what they do. Chicago, the Emerald Society, these folks take it to the extreme. Very incredible. We saw them at one of the SWAT fundraisers a few months ago, and I was incredibly impressed. And I think we're pretty lucky that they've said that they would come down and play there. What an incredible show. So that'll be something you don't want to miss. And again, we talked about the bike show. There will be a bike run. Registration is going to be 8 to 10 in the morning. Kickstands up approximately 10 o'clock. So we're going to be talking a lot about this within the next 5 months before this happens. But again, I'll post up the preliminary flyer here. And then if any of you would own businesses, or even if you don't, if you want to make donations for raffle items, things that we can raffle off, whatever it happens to be. 100% of the proceeds that we get from this, and in fact from any of the donations that we receive, always goes back to the community. There's nobody within Mission One, within the foundation, that takes any type of salary or anything. So 100% of that always goes back to the community and allows us to do some pretty neat stuff. Um, I'm not one to sort of brag about what we do, and I know it's important that there be a kind of somewhere in the middle of we've done this and this and this and helped these folks out and done this. But I think a lot of what we do, um, I'm going to leave up to some of the other members of the board, especially Johnny. He's great at getting out there, identifying where needs are, and helping other folks out. Um, I just want you folks to know that if you have a veteran or first responder or military member that's in need and we can help out, let us know. Can't guarantee we're going to be able to help everybody, but we certainly want to do what we can. And if we don't have the resources, we'll reach out and see if we can, obviously within reason. Every once in a while, we do get someone who asks for something that's just not quite possible, or they express a need that may be a little questionable. Um, but 98% of the folks that we help are absolutely deserving. Um, Again, once in a while, you do get somebody who wants to take advantage of the system, and we try to weed that out so that we can assist those folks who really need it. And everything that you folks have done, all the donations, coming out to the Veterans of Valor events, coming out to some of the other events we've had, and helping out, um, it it's extremely helpful. And again, looking back at it, we've done quite a bit. And there's other organizations in the area too that pitch in that we work with um, that have done a great job too. So it's all about bringing the community together and helping our our lifesavers, those who protect us within our community. And again, not only city, state, county, um, but our military members also who are doing it. So that's what we're here for. So, um, folks, with that, I'll post all these things here in the comments. So take a look at them when you get a chance. I don't want us to be too long winded here or keep going. You know how I can be. But I guess the whole idea is, we do these videos. We want to try to get the word out that there are resources out there that we can help folks with. Provide those resources. Those of you that are helping out and making the donations, whether it be for raffles or monetary donations or things like that, those are all going to help within our local communities. And I can't be more thankful for what everybody has done. So, and folks, with that, um, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Looks like it's a little bit cool and rainy out there, but it's okay. Still a good weekend. And we will see you next Friday on the Red Friday. Take care.